Hi there, I'm Kimberly Stephen Tate, and I wanted to drop in to tell you a little bit about myself. I had no idea who I wanted to be when I grew up. I hated school. I have really bad ADHD and anxiety, and so school was really painful to me. I never even got my bachelor's degree, but I managed to work my way up to a six-figure income working in corporate America for Fortune 50 companies. I ended up starting on this journey because after working for one particular Fortune 50 company for 13 plus years, they shipped my entire department to Bratislava, which is somewhere near Russia. It was incredibly scary. I sort of had feast or famine mentality. One minute I'm like, I can reinvent myself. This is gonna be fantastic. And then the next minute I was like, oh my God, I have to go apply for jobs. Like I need to just go apply for 2,000 jobs and hope something sticks. Or I guess, worst case scenario, I could go work in retail again if I had to. But I know that pain. I know the frustration of like, oh my God, what do I do? How do I get a job? And it can be really daunting if you don't know exactly what you're doing and if you don't have sort of proven steps to make that happen for you. You know what? I was able to move from scarcity to action and potential. I actually used that opportunity to start my small business. And that's how I started this, was doing this as a small business initially. And then, I got to go to another company, worked there for 9 years, helped them build their diversity, equity, and inclusion program from the ground up. And lo and behold, they did a major restructure. They let off over 1,500 employees, and I was laid off again. And the second time it happened, I thought, okay, I think this is the universe calling. And I said, you know what, no more. I'm gonna go to work for myself. If I can put this much energy and effort into companies and build them up, what if I just put that energy in myself? And so I started doing my career coaching full time. But here's why I could help you. I studied journalism in college, and I have a knack for writing. But I've also managed hundreds of people in my career. And in the time that I managed people, when they were preparing for interviews, I would always help them with their resume. And then fast forward, I ended up in diversity, equity, and inclusion work for years, which means I know all about how bias ends up impacting your ability to get the job that you're looking for. I know what happens depending on the sound of your name. I know what happens when it's a woman's resume versus a man's resume, and tons of other things that could potentially keep you from getting the job of your dreams. And then I've spent years in recruiting, working with recruiting on finding diverse talent and helping them to look for sourcing candidates. I understand how candidates are sourced. I understand the applicant tracking systems that are reading your resume. I know the formatting that's going to get your resume more than likely kicked out of the applicant tracking systems. And the most important thing is I actually understand how recruiters find people to fill their roles. And so it's critical when you're thinking about hiring someone to help you with your career, it's critical that you find someone that really truly understands the journalistic component. They understand how people read resumes and how little time they spend on them. They need to be somebody that really understands how recruiters go out and find candidates. Someone that understands applicant tracking systems and the artificial intelligence that scans your resume. And someone who really wants to spend time with you and help you understand what your goals are and how to get your dream job. And lastly, someone who's gonna help you negotiate your salary and get more money than you could ever have imagined possible. I've helped countless clients really level up in their career, in their title, in the amount of pay that they're getting. And I hope I can do that for you too. It's really nice meeting you, and I hope I get to talk to you more soon.